the most high mileage hand truck in the world. Not what I had planned. Town of 3 people. Lindsay loves bad news.
What does that mean?
It means we need a new one. What's everybody doing? Well, hello everybody. Welcome everyone back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We're at the Good Evening Ranch. We just got here from Kairos yesterday, but we are not wheeling. Not what I had planned. I discovered a leak in the corner of my radiator while we were at Kairos. And with places like Rugged Mountain Ranch and Hot Springs coming up in the future, and just a lot of consecutive wheeling, no better time to address it than at a place I'm familiar with and know everyone real well here. The ranch is so good to us. It's leaking in this corner. I noticed it. I thought that the leak was actually some worn hoses. So I replaced those, got everything back together, more support under the radiator. Still leaking to the point it's not pressurizing. Really hope I don't have a weak water pump, but I think it's because the radiator's not leaking, or because the radiator is not building pressure. I called a radiator shop in Beckley, West Virginia. It's about 40 minutes from here. They're expecting me and you guys. We're gonna go drop it off there in the morning, and I'm gonna wait while they fix it up. Hopefully record some of that. Ooh, sun's in my eyes. Good morning. I got the radiator over here at Henry's. We had some Cracker Barrel for breakfast. I dropped this off a little over an hour ago. Let's go see what we got. Oh yeah, wow. A little shoot there, and a pretty good one there. Worse than what that is. So that's the side. I bet it was coming running down that whole tank, and that's why I kept looking here, and I'm like, well, I think
it is leaking there.
Yeah.
There's the worst.
That's a sizable one there. So is that repairable?
Yeah, you can epoxy the 4 corners.
Well, Lindsay loves bad news. Go tell my accountant that I need a new radiator. Oh.
Please don't.
That thing's leaking in all 4 corners pretty bad.
What does that mean? We need a new one?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means we need a new one. He thinks his buddy down here at the race shop's got one. It's just a GM radiator. All right, so that radiator could have been fixed, but I would have had half the cost of a new one. And you saw how bad it was leaking. But he had a Griffin in stock, exact same size, all fixed up for 250 bucks. But I want to show you a massive radiator and the most high mileage hand truck in the world. Well, let's look at the radiator first. What is this thing out of?
785 rock truck.
A big old rock truck. And we're in West Virginia mining country. God, that's 8 feet by 8 feet or something, you know. It's got small, like little small tube fin coolers, rubber seals in between, so you could replace each one like modular. That's a big old radiator too. But look at this thing. Golly. This thing got more miles than all my trucks combined. How many radiators y'all hauled with that thing?
I've been here 36 years. It's been here 36 years.
Golly, you're kidding.
Nope.
Man, that thing's got some miles on it for sure. Well, I appreciate you boys. Y'all have a good one. Henry's radiator got me all fixed up. So we're almost to the abandoned town of Thurmond, West Virginia.
Okay, so we've always taken weekend trips to the ranch, but we've always wanted to go to this ghost town called Thurmond. But then we always run out of time and we never stop there. So this time when we were out and about, we stopped there, and we'll take you along. But it's really cool. If you look in the history, the town shut down in like 1930s, but they've preserved it, and it's actually still an Amtrak stop today.
Since you were born, but it's 1907. You know how like in 1990 you might write 98? It's 07 because it burnt down in 1930. But it was one of the most grand hotels in the region. There's a great video where someone has really put together some stuff. I'm gonna link it in the description, so make sure you check that video out. That's where I learned everything about this town that I did.
Look at their clothes back then.
Yep.
I feel bad for them.
And ladies had to wear dresses. What do you think about that?
No.
Like to have that old cart and make a cool coffee table.
So the post office didn't shut down until 1995.
So it's not active no more?
No.
Look at that old U.S. mail sticker. They still got a Christmas.
But I was surprised that they kept it open as long as they did.
U.S. property. Town of 3 people. Probably get tired of people coming over here and seeing it all the time.
I'd love to live in a town with 3 people. I know. Listen, you don't get on anything. National Bank of Thurmond. I think that's from the 1900s. They got security cameras
No,
up
I
there.
didn't have a camera there.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody vandalizes it.
The shape of this building though, this is in great shape.
I mean, can you imagine building that in the early... Oh, I mean, they built it in like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
They knew what they was doing back then. Obviously, our pyramids and Stonehenge and everything. It's easy to think we got it all figured out in construction, but
I don't know what that is.
Bank of Thurmond.
Yeah, so apparently, like, they moved the bank several times.
Wow. Boy, the water goes right in there and carries the mud with it and everything.
All right, y'all get to... A lot of these houses are still up and in pretty decent shape for the time frame that they were built, which is really amazing to the testament to the workmanship that they put in. But sadly, a lot of people have graffitied it and vandalized it. We found one that had been kind of rehabbed, and we found a sign and it said that the volunteers are trying to rehab the buildings one by one so that people could come stay for like Airbnbs and stuff. So check that out. Maybe that'll be an option down the road.
Which is cool because it's an active Amtrak station. You could ride the Amtrak right in here, crash through the night, and check out some cool stuff. I don't know what you'd eat though.
But yeah, if you're a history buff or you just think something like this would be cool, you should definitely come check it out.
Oh, I'd love to go walk around up in there and everything.
Maddie's just like me. He's like, I don't want to walk up that hill.
We came, we saw.
We conquered. Heading to a place I've never been. Philip's been a couple of times, but
That's one of my favorite places.
we are going to Ivy Branch. Actually, we're already there.
Yep, we actually moved over to Ivy Branch this morning. It's a Thursday. Derek, familiar face on the channel, is meeting us up here. He got his sundowner back. He says that he's bringing his big girl panties, so we'll see what happens this time. So tune in next week to see us at Ivy Branch.